Listen, I'm not even gonna lie, this might be one of my favorite installs to date. Like, this right here, this ain't just a look, y'all. This right here is a whole entire vibe. And the crazy part, I did this way faster than you think. You can wear this to work, to the gym, vacation, or even club such and such. If you've ever struggled to get your install to look like this, you're gonna wanna watch this. So boom, Curlsqueen sent me this hair. I was very interested in it because I've never tried their water jerry curly hair before. And if you're not familiar with Curlsqueen, they have a section of, so for instance, they have water curly hair, they have water kinky curly hair, they have water jerry curly hair, etc, etc. So that's what I have, water jerry curly. And immediately, y'all, the curls snapped. I was like, baby, listen to me. I was so ready to get this in my head. I was like, girl, let's just go ahead and start, because girl, those bundles was thick and I knew it would do the trick. So let's go ahead and start on this install. What we're going to be doing is half sewing, half miracle knots. Now there are different variations, different ways you can do this. If you want to do regular feed-in braids in the front, you can do all the things, okay? I'm doing miracle knots because I don't know how to feed in yet. Take notice to the braiding pattern. Most of the install is going to be the sew-in, okay? So before, I've done it where I've done a whole lot of miracle knots, and I've done miracle knots all the way around for a high ponytail. This is not that. I wanted to do a few miracle knots in the front along that front perimeter, but the majority of it, I wanted it to be the sew-in. Why? Because baby, those bundles are, but when I tell you these are BBL bundles, honey. There is so much hair and I love that. The curls are juicy. They're just really defined already before we even get in there, okay? So I wanted to make sure that I had enough head space to use as much of the weft as possible. So the majority of my braid pattern is going to be for the sew-in, which is why I have so many cornrows. Now you'll also notice, and you know what, you'll see this in a second, that I have one braid, kind of like an anchor braid that I've talked about before, going across the top. That's going to be the transition part between the miracle knots that's in the front and the sew-in wefts in the back. All right, that's one bundle right there. You see what I'm talking about? The hair is just thick, tabulous, fabulous, and we all must be here for that. We must, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the y'all, I ain't even popped the curls yet, okay? So go ahead and throw that second bundle in. Once I got to the top, I split that particular weft because I'm gonna do a single weft at the top and then follow that with the little bridge braid, okay? So I'm gonna put one more weft at the top, and I wanted it to be flat at the top. That's why I split it right there. Whereas the rest of the hair was doubled up. I just kind of folded the weft in half and installed it that way. But for these top two pieces, they're gonna be single pieces, okay? So go ahead and sew in that. Now you don't have to do that bridge braid either, y'all. It just depends on what particular style you're going for, but I wanted there to be a clear but hidden transition piece in between the two sections, right? Because there's two different install methods. Now, we don't want, although the hair is big, it is lovely, it's curly, it's juicy, it's all the things, and it is. This hair is fly, y'all. I can already tell you it's going to eat, okay? We want to cover up that weft. This is one of the ways to do that. You just pull, you use your crochet hook, pull the hair under and over that weft, and you do that all the way across that bridge braid, and that's going to close the gap, baby. Come on now, I can preach this if I want to. That is going to make the style seamless off up in there. You see that? You see what I'm saying? Now you throw in a couple miracle knots in the front, and honey, it's just that easy. Now, of course, miracle knots are everywhere because they give the illusion of boho braids in a very easy way. This is like a cheat code for boho braids, okay? So you just braid one piece onto the end of your plait, and then you crochet one piece towards the top. You can have 2 pieces per plait. You can have 3 pieces per plait. It just, that part right there just depends on your particular vision, how big you want the hair, what you want it to look like, etc. So you're going to do that all the way across the front of your head. And again, this part is very easy. If you mess around and do your braids the night before, you are not going to believe how quickly you get done with this install. And here's the thing, when you spread your wings a little bit and try different styles, you will quickly come to see that there are so many different styles that you can achieve that look like they take a lot of time, but actually really don't. It may be your quickest bop. Now, as beautiful as the curls are as is, we're gonna go in and co-wash. Why? Because we're gonna make them even better than they were. That's why. Now, this part is very easy. As you can see, the hair is so easy to just run your fingers through. When you put that conditioner in it and just kind of glide your fingers through, it makes a huge difference. Now, while the conditioner is still in my hair, I'm doing my face framing, my layering. This part right here is 100% optional. When it comes to big hair, it can look flat if you just leave it all one length. I personally don't really like the flat look. I like shape. Y'all know how I feel about shape, okay? And of course, this part right here you can do after you've rinsed out the conditioner. For some reason, I just wanted to do it with the conditioner in. That's all. You could do it the other way, Chad. Don't worry about me. Then you go ahead and add your gel. You can also add mousse. You can add your favorite foam, depending on what you're going for. I'm going for high definition because these curls are already so juicy and defined. I didn't want to go against the grain, okay? It's like walking in somebody's house and they ask you to take your shoes off and you say, no, I'm not going to do it because I don't do it in my house. These curls were already ignorant on top of ignorant. So I said, well, let's get more ignorant then. That's the way you want to do it. That's the way we going to do it. So I'm using my favorite defining gel of all time, okay, and I'm just going through raking it. Now you want to get those roots too, all right? Now what that means is it's gonna take you a little time to dry. Hit it with that diffuser or something, or just be okay with letting it air dry all day, however you want to do it, okay? We going for the look. Sometimes I give you things to be practical, and other times I give you things to pop off. We popping off today. So if you looking to pop off, hey, you in the right place. Look at this. Somebody come over here and look at the definition now. Look at the definition. Now, we're not through drying yet. We're almost there though, believe it or not. Right there, it was about 80% dry. Okay, y'all, stop playing. I knew when I saw the curls out of the box, I said they already popping. They already fly. All I'm gonna do is make them even more fly on top of fly. Honey, when you starting off fly, then you end off fly and put a little fly in there and some more fly, you ain't got no choice, but you gotta come on, man. Come on. Look at that. And it's very easy. This was an easy install, but it looks like it took a whole lot of ignorant effort, right? Look as it's drying. It's even more dry right there. It's even more dry right there. And all I needed was a few little miracle knots in the front. Baby, the lashes, yes. Sometimes, I say about 90% of the time, those cluster lashes do me right. But baby, that other 10%, ooh, you talking about nerves. Nah, I just took them off. We almost 100% dry right there. And I'm showing you as it continues to dry what it looks like, because sometimes when a wig or when a crochet style or something dries down, you don't like the final result. You like it when it's wet, but you don't really like it when it dries down. Sometimes it gets too big for you guys. It just depends. First of all, I like big old ignorant thick hair, so it never gets too big for me. But I know some people don't like that. So I'm showing you the dry down process so that you can determine. Look at that. The curls are still defined. They're beautiful. They're bouncy, very light. It's like nothing is on my head. I still have the hair in my head right now as I'm editing this. It is so light. I worked out today, had no issues. I didn't even realize, like, there was no issue at all, y'all. I'm low-key confused. I was confused because I'm like, how I'm late to this water jerry curly pattern. I like this. Y'all know I love me a good ignorant kinky curly. Afro curly, but honey, this Jerry curly is getting it too. And this is their water Jerry curly. I don't know if it's different than any other Jerry curly, baby, but this is what it's called, okay? I'm gonna tell you something else too. When I was playing with this hair, I said, I'm doing this again. I already know I am. I already know. I feel like I already know in my mind the next style I'm doing with this hair. It's crazy at this point. I'm literally just popped off with one style. Already in my mind, I'm like, bet. That's how you know it's good stuff that you're working with. When it motivates you and inspires new styles, you know it's fly, y'all. Oof. Peace, love, light, y'all.